what's cracking, what's percolating, what's really good in the hood. It is your man Theo Butler, and I know this is kind of spontaneous and everything like that, and I apologize for that. I was just talking to my lovely wife, and I realized something. Y'all know I had a lie tonight. Of course, before we get started, y'all know click like, share, subscribe, and everything like that. But I'm capable of I'm a reflective person. I like to reflect back on things that I've done, and I realize that I'm not always right. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm gonna be wrong again. That's what that is. And tonight, on tonight's live, had a little bit of a back and forth with a gentleman in regards to Miles Morales. Uh, I said that Miles Morales was a black version of Peter Parker. In essence, Miles had been getting all of Peter's sloppy seconds. Not to say that I don't like Miles Morales as a character. I actually do like Miles Morales as a character. And so to that gentleman, Mr. Goodson, what I wanted to do is I wanted to offer you a heartfelt apology. Zane Beto, what's going on? What's going on, Zane Beto? What's going on? So Mr. Goodwin, I wanted to offer you a heartfelt apology in regards to what I said to you in regards to Miles Morales. Because see, I looked at that one way. I did. And one of the things I pride myself on doing is being open-minded. And so what I probably wrongfully assumed was that you were probably in your 30s, mid 30s, early 40s, and that you had read, like I did, Spider-Man comic books. And I shouldn't have assumed that. I did. So when you make the statement that Miles Morales has his own stories and he doesn't have Peter's sloppy seconds, then I'm assuming that you read the comic book that in which Peter was actually seeing Gwen Stacy, and in which she died in the comics. You might have seen the movie, and I know I get it. The movie, Sony, everything like that. The way superhero movies been going lately, you don't know what didn't happen in the movies actually happened in the comics and everything like that. So you probably saw the movie, Mr. Goodson, and didn't think that what happened in the movies actually happened in the comics. But no, he actually did date Gwen Stacy in the comics. He did, and she did actually die in the comics, in the movies, just like her name is Gwen Stacy. And Gwen Stacy is Gwenpool. You might not know that. She is. She's Gwenpool. She's Spider-Gwen. She's Ghost Spider. And I have that action figure as well. You might not know that. You might not know that. And I might have wrongfully assumed that you did. Just like you probably didn't read the comic books in which Spider-Man took on the Vulture and everything like that. So you wouldn't know that Spiral, being the Vulture's granddaughter, Adrian Toomes. That's crazy. How folks, that'd be crazy to me, because Peter got a daughter, granddaughter. That's a sister. First she used to call herself Spider B, but they changed it to Spider. Adrian granddaughter. That's crazy. And that's wild. But you might not have known that Adrian Toomes. You might have seen the Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland in it, which Adrian Toomes was in. You might not have known that that character actually exists in the comics. You might not have known that character has actually fought Spider-Man in the comics. Thus, any encounter that Miles has with Adrian Toomes or in Adrian Toomes' offspring is basically Peter's story. I get that. You might not know that, and you might not have known that Venom, the symbiote, actually made his appearance back in the day. I was in high school, Secret Wars. You might not, where we first saw the Beyond. You might not know that. You might not. And I falsely assumed that you did. You might not know that. You might not have read that comic book, anything like that. And that's my fault. So if you don't know that the Venom symbiote and Carnage first got into it with Peter, that's my fault. I should not have assumed that. If you didn't read the Clone Saga, good God Almighty Jesus, and nobody liked that one. with all the covers, forward covers. That's back when alternate covers was the bee's knees back then. You might not have read that. You might not have read that, so you wouldn't know that any Clone Saga story taking place with Miles is actually a story. You might not know that. You might not, and if you don't, then I wrongfully assumed that you did. Then I was in the wrong, and I apologize for that. I do. You have my sincerest apologies. Hey, like I said, I didn't, I thought you knew. I knew. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. But hey, if you didn't, you didn't, and that's my apology. I'm sorry. I like Miles though. I do. I like him. Do it. You didn't know the Prowler was Joe Robbie. You didn't know that. You didn't read that storyline at all. You know they got two different Prowler action figures. They do. I didn't get the comic book version one, but I do have the one from the Spider-Verse Miles, because I even watched the cartoon. I liked the movie. I did like the movie. I just knew that when I saw the Prowler, I was like, and Peter was actually in that movie. And who did Miles wind up fighting? The Kingpin. That's not Peter's guy. That's the other dude's guy. And who did he wind up? Who else was in there? A female Dr. Octopus? Well, the female Dr. Octopus, that's, well, we know, you might not know that, but Dr. Otto Octavius, Superior Spider-Man, that's Peter's guy. Wasn't Rhino in there too? At the very least, I know the Scorpion was in. That's okay. You might not have known that any of those villains were originally Peter Parker's villains. You might not have known that. You might not, and I'm wrong for assuming that. So this is my heartfelt apology to you for assuming that you knew. And I should know better, because when you assume, now, I don't like doing that to my damn self. So I definitely don't want to do that to anybody else. So yeah, my apologies. I should have thought first before I spoke. I should not have assumed that you read any Spider-Man comic book. I was wrong in doing that. I should not have assumed that you read Amazing Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the Spectacular. I should not have assumed any of that. Nope. I should not have. I shouldn't have assumed that you read anything with Ben Reilly in it. I should not have made that Moreland. I shouldn't assume that you read anything with Moreland in it. What's going on, Craig? I shouldn't have assumed any of that. I was wrong in assuming that you read any comic book outside of a Miles Morales comic book. I should not have assumed that. I shouldn't. And because I know I can be wrong, I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again. Mr. Goodwin, Clarence, I just wanted to offer you my sincerest, heartfelt apology. I did. I won't do that again. What I would do, y'all, I'm being serious. What I would do going forward is I will ask questions. I will ask if you've read a Spider-Man comic book, not a Miles Morales Spider-Man comic book. and I will ask if you read any comic books from back in the day. That's my pledge, because I don't want to do that, because I know I can get beside myself at times. And y'all who was rocking with me this evening, because I went back and I looked at the video and I was like, damn, Theo, I thought I was nice. I thought I was being nice in the video, but I realized I could have handled that differently. So I'm not gonna do that again. I don't. And hey, I'm not gonna block you. I feel free to come on back and everything like that. I'm just going to ask certain questions, and aside, I'm not going to assume you do know. I'm going to ask questions, as somebody should, as we all should. I'm going to ask if you know about this, and we'll let your answer dictate how the discourse goes forward. Now, what I will say is this: we don't call each other the N-word over here. Saw the movie Black Panther. We don't do that over here. we don't do that over here. And we're also mature enough to agree to disagree over here, because you got brothers and sisters, husbands and wives that don't agree. So it's not beholden that we agree with one another. Amazing. Webber, amazing Spider-Man, Webber Spider-Man. I'm just, oh, Lord, Jesus, Lord have mercy. I just, hey, what's that? 90s hologram covers? Yeah, we read them. He did say he read books, though. I mean, he did, but he didn't clarify which ones he didn't, and I didn't ask which ones. And sometimes we can be in our own little bubble. We can. There are people that don't know anything outside of what they don't know, and we falsely assume that they do. And I'm man enough to admit that that's what I did. I did. He's saying he read comic books. That's a general statement. Reading books, okay. Men's Health, Sports Illustrated, Ebony, Essence, Vanity Fair, Rock and Soul, all those books. I should have asked, had he read the books you just listed? That's what I should have asked. Hey, have you read these books on Spider-Man and yes, I should have asked those questions. And then had he said, yes, I've read them, then be like, now come on now. If you didn't read them, now stop that. And then maybe we could have had a good laugh and everything like that. Because I get it. That's his guy. He want to ride hard for Miles. Just no different than we want to ride hard for T'Challa. We still saw some stuff in that last run, that last story arc by that guy whose name we won't mention. We read it. And we called out stuff that wasn't consistent. So I'm just big enough to admit when I was wrong. I didn't want to go to bed with that on my heart and everything like that. I wanted to come back, try and make it right, rock with me nation and everything like that. I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to falsely assume. I'm gonna tell you something. Being the bigger person is overrated. Being the bigger person is overrated. Like being the bigger person, apologizing, man. You You saw my blinker, bitch. That is how that song come on though. Shout out to Will Smith. Brother, good God Almighty, Jesus. Oh, I'm so sorry for him. That's why you are the man, because you better than me. No, because I was talking to my wife, and that's the beauty of it. I get to talk to my wife, I get to talk to my daughter, and even though I know what I know, they don't necessarily know what I know. And when I be talking to them, sometimes they be looking at me like, I be waiting for the light bulb to come on, and it don't. I'm like, you know what? I just need to stop assuming certain stuff. When we get on here and we get on the YouTube channels and lives, you think everybody for you. That's not true. You think everybody know what you know. That's not true. You think everybody care about what you care about. That's definitely not true. You think everybody like what you like. Hell no. And you got to be prepared for that. And I want to be a gracious host. I don't want people feeling like they got to agree with what I agree with or what somebody else agree with. That's not what this platform is built on. That's not what this platform is about. I don't want people thinking that. I do want people, by and large, understanding that it's about being accurate over here. I'm not always right. Y'all know it. D. Steezel, Gray. Come on, yo, kid. How many times y'all have corrected me over here? Mr. Ray Smith. Red Madam Tarot. Like that ain't what that is. I know damn good well I ain't perfect. Which brings me to this. I was going to do a video on this, but here we are. We here now. I want to say this. Take it, copy it, paste it, whatever. I don't mind being wrong. I don't have a problem being wrong. As a matter of fact, if I was to go back and look through my life, I've been told I was wrong more often than not. So that's not an issue for me. What's going on, Mr. Ronald? What's going on, Mr. Ronald? What's going on? So me being wrong, that's not an issue for me. None of us are perfect besides being perfectly awesome. Appreciate that. So I don't have an issue being wrong. Like I said, I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. To me, being wrong is a process of learning how to be right. Because when you took your first steps, you didn't do that right. When you opened up your mouth and tried to utter your first word, you didn't get that one right. When you first got behind the wheel of a car, you didn't get it. There's a lot of things we didn't get right. So I don't have a problem with that. The question is whether or not, it's not a question of whether or not I have a problem being wrong. The question is, do you have a problem with me being right? Are you okay with me being right? Because even a broke clock is right twice a day. A broke clock, broke watch, it's at least right. It's right at least twice a day. It is. I'm not perfect, but I'm not broken. You need me to say that one more time? I'm not perfect, but I'm not broken. So while I might not be right most of the time, and I don't think any of us are, I think I'm right enough times, though. I'm right enough times. At the very least, accurate enough times. And so I can handle me being wrong. Absolutely can. Been that way my whole life. I can handle you being right. I can. Because I don't mind learning from people. Love to learn. I do. Love to be educated. What my brother D-Real say, edutainment is his thing. Listen. I learn from y'all as much as y'all learn from me. Miss Theo, I think you don't have anything to apologize for. That person from earlier was being a jackass. You can learn from a jackass. Even a wise man can learn from a fool. So I said all that to say this. I don't have a problem being wrong. I don't. When I'm learning, it's because I started off wrong. It is. I actually enjoy the process of learning. I really, really do. So the question isn't whether or not I have a problem being wrong or if I think I'm always right. The question is, do you have a problem with me being right? As you grow in life, and I'm gonna say this to y'all because it's something that I've experienced as I've grown in this area, in this genre, in this career that I want to pursue. Not everybody's prepared for your growth. Not even people that say that they are prepared for your growth. Hell, more often than not, we're not even prepared for our own growth. There are going to be people that are going to be comfortable seeing you where you are, whether they know it or not. And as you grow as a person, as you grow in your field, people are going to fall off. You got to be okay with that. You might not want to, but you're going to have to be okay with that. Some people are in your life for a reason. Some people are in your life for a season. You want to be wise, mature enough to be able to tell the difference. As long as you maintain the integrity, as long as you increase your knowledge, you don't want to become stagnant. You always want to improve yourself, right? Our phones get updates all the time. Apps get updates all the time. So your knowledge, you don't want it to ever become stagnant. Whatever you want to do in life, you want to always grow. You want to be better than you were the day before. Be better than you were the hour before. Understand not everybody's ready for that. And you're going to have to be okay with that. You're going to have to be okay with that. You're going to have to be the bigger person. Because at the end of the day, let me check these notes. Yeah, it felt like he was being a troll because he came in hot and he did not read the room. Just came in, just blazing. Well, he probably came in because I want to shut this brother down. I mean, I did put out there what I was going to say. I did put it out there. He liked Miles Morales, and he loves Miles Morales. He probably got a whole bunch of Miles Morales stuff around in his space and everything, as he should. As he should. But I don't want Miles to have Peter's story. I don't want Miles dating Gwen. Low key, I don't want Miles having anything to do with anything Peter had to do. We've done enough. He's coming from an alternate universe. Both parents are still in the home. His father didn't change his last name. His last name is Morales. There's enough originality there with that character to where I don't have to ever give him a story reminiscent of Peter. Why? Miles is chocolate Peter. Pause. I'm laughing because all I'm seeing is the commercial. Peter Paul, Almond Joy got nuts. Peter Paul Miles don't beat cars. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. That's the only thing went through my head. You see that? But there is enough original content there with that character to where the only time I need to bring Peter in is if I'm doing a crossover event. I don't need the character got enough. The character comes, if we want to say it, two different ethnic groups, cultures, whatever. The character has enough. Steezel based on Peter. I'm just like, he got enough. I ain't got to, I don't have to tell one damn Peter Parker story. I don't. First of all, he finna get teased in school for a whole different reason. Where's that story at? We don't remember that? The biracial kid that got teased? We don't. Where that story at? Now, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't read Miles, but I know somebody amongst us does. So if somebody can tell me that Miles, there's a story of Miles getting teased as a biracial high school student, please tell me. And let me tell me. Because once again, you see, because I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I know how it is to grow up as a kid in a brand new neighborhood. And didn't Miles come over from the Ultimate Universe? Where was that story at? Now, if it got told, it got told, but I don't believe that it did. Because Miles come over here, he dealing with Peter. He dealing with Peter, he helping Peter with Peter stuff. Pause. Hard pause. That's what that was. He come over here taking on Peter's villains. Peter's villains they don't like him at all. He catching quite a few of them by surprise because they thinking he got spider ability similar to Peter until he wound up shocking their ass. And I'm like, well, damn. Do him and Peter stay in the same damn, watch this, suburb of New York? Do they? Because what? At least the Batman in DC moved. Peter left Gotham. Like, damn, like, come on. If we can sit up here and watch Green Arrow on the CW and be like this, critical thinking people like, damn, well, why they telling Bruce's stories through Oliver Queen? That's what we said. How many times did Oliver Queen, wasn't that Bruce story? We all knew it. Okay, well, why is you mad? Yes, they are telling. Let me see. Come on, yo, I'll give you some of that first film, but that second film stepped up on Miles' character. Watch this. I like Miles. I'm not finna tell nobody I don't like Miles. I would be lying. I just don't want to see nothing because I've read Peter's story. Didn't Miles have a clone saga? Did Miles have a clone saga? Y'all the point that I believe the gentleman was missing was we want Miles to be his own character. Thank you. Let me see. I want more from my. That was it. I don't want to. Miles can be bigger than what he is. I don't want to look at Miles and be reminded of a story that I read about Peter Parker. I don't. And I don't need that. Hey, what's going on, Plant Poppy? There is enough right there in the stew, the soup, the Miles soup, the ingredients of Miles. There's enough right there for me not receive not one Peter Parker story. But if I got a clone saga, I do. I got the symbiote. Okay, well, okay, Venom. Oh, okay, all right. Carnage. Oh shit. A Gwen from an alternate universe is your girlfriend. I don't even know how Peter looking at this. Miles is becoming his own man, but he's still Miles every away. He's still I got it. Like you can't be mad if somebody point that out. And then when you see it, let me see. I want to see Miles and Tiana Toon. See, and watch this, Miss Kitty, and that's the thing. Yeah, and Peter had the clone conspiracy before that. Same goes for sure to give her hero's journey away from Wakanda so that the grill becomes a top 20 hero. Absolutely. Watch this, Miss Kitty, and this is where people, and I'm glad me and you are able to do this, be able to agree to disagree. I don't want her with him. I don't want her. I don't want him with her. Best friends, because I've never seen the Vulture as a hero. I haven't. So his daughter being a hero and everything like that, be fine. But if she's in the picture, I got to look at Adrian Toombs. And if I got to look at Adrian Toombs, how long before Peter got to come back in the picture? And that's the only thing I look at. Like, I want the guy to stand on his own 2 feet. And I think that was the thing that was missing. Is like, no, he don't have to involve himself in Peter's life. He's not Peter's sidekick. He's his own man. Let him stand over there, like far away from Peter. Like, he don't know, like, damn, New York is big. They call it the Big Apple. I think the movies are doing way better to make him his own character than the comics. I believe so. Watch this. The movie inspired me to go get the Prowler action figure. I actually like the new take on the Prowler. I do. Pete and Repeat, the video games too. Absolutely. Y'all know what I'm doing, right? Y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know exactly what I'm doing. Y'all know exactly what I'm doing. Y'all know. Y'all know exactly what I'm doing right now. Y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all know exactly what I'm doing right now. Like, boy, if you don't stop the madness. Miles Cummings has been all over the place since he came to the 616. I platinum the Miles Morales game. And but if you don't, that's the thing. People get in their feelings and don't know what they're getting in their feelings about. If you don't go about your business and stop coming over here trying to make somebody feel bad. At least I got this one first. I said, no, I got to get this one too. Does that look like somebody that don't care nothing about Miles? Wait, I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna get to the point. I got the games too. Like, man, yeah, that happened with Toombs and Peter, but indirectly, I want to see Tiana more as well. I mean, I'm not. Here's the thing. You still on Theo another stream? It was another stream. You've been putting on work since being monetized. I mean, we're trying to get to 1,000, right? Right. And if I can put out the content that y'all will rock with, we're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna make it do what it do. So yeah, that was the other thing. Like, man, listen, nobody ever said they don't like the dude. Like, you getting in your feelings about the wrong thing. Like, no, we just want the dude to stand on his own. Like, pause. What do you say? Don't tie yourself, bro. Hey, man, got to do what you got to do. Other formats, by respect, have more than comics. He still uses Peter's name. Now, this is what the guy missed. Got to keep hustling this content still till you make it. Absolutely. Here was the point that the guy missed. Mr. Theo B, are you going to get Spider-Man 2? Yep. Across the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man flick to me. I've been a fan since the Spidey Electric Company, Amazing Florida. Listen, as far as Spider-Man action figures go, the only Spider-Man action figures I don't have are Spider-Man UK and Spider-Man 2099. Other than that, I got all the Spider-Man action figures. So it clearly ain't that. As far as Tiana Toombs, Spiral and everything like that, listen, give me a great original story and everything like that. Something that's not gonna keep bringing Peter over there. Let that young lady, because she's now a legacy character, right? Right. Even though her name is Spiral, let her develop into her own. We've seen this be done before successfully, so it can be done successfully. But if she's just going to be the black female version of her grandfather, ain't nobody here for that. As a matter of fact, it would be nice, and I don't know because y'all know more than I do, if we get to see more of her family element. She's got a grandfather. Well, okay. Well, what mom at? Where dad at? So I mean, even deadbeat dads got stories out here. So I would love to see that some of that in there and everything like that. So it wasn't a shot to say that Miles was a bad character. To your point, he came in hot, not understanding. John Stewart belongs to a peacekeeping force. That was the point, which I was trying to drive home. If we're looking at colored representations of other characters, Miles is that. Started off that way. From what you guys are telling me, they're developing him, moving him on into his own separate character. But we wouldn't be accurate if we said he didn't start off that way. We wouldn't. And that's the only thing I was trying to explain to the gentleman. So we would be remiss if we didn't keep it 1,000. He's moving as his own. He's moving as his own. But when you look at characters like that, a Miles Morales, a Wallace West, a Iris West on TV, a Calderon, Tombstone's daughter, Janice Lee Beetle could work too. I like her. I wish they would do more with her. Should Miles be still using Spider-Man or Mantle? Is it time to get his own code name? It was okay being in Ultimate Universe until Marvel effed that up and brought Peter from the dead. I like our characters to have their own. I like our characters to have our own. Now, while I understand not everybody agrees, not everybody knows it, not everybody understands it, not everybody appreciates it. Historically speaking, well, what were our young males called? Boy. That's us. Brave, Native American, boy, us. Cowboys. That's where that terminology comes from. That's what we were, the Cowboys. Okay, so my last name, okay, you right here in the continental United States of America. Well, because I trace mine. I can't speak. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I know that my last name belongs to the guy that bought my descendant. I know that. I'm not speaking for nobody else. It took Dwayne McDuffie to tell them that you can't call a grown man Bucky. This Marvel Comics. This is Marvel Comics. Well, Dwayne McDuffie is gone. It took Wally almost 20 years to be his own, and Barry was dead for all of that time before coming back. Not that Wally. I'm talking about the brother. The one who came over with New 52, and we was like, he black now? Mind you, I didn't want Wally to be black. Bring him back. The dude with the red hair, the dude that married the reporter, the dude that's got the 2 kids, bring him back. I don't need him. I didn't ask for him. Bring me back the other guy. And also, can you bring back low-key his uncle? Bring back his uncle. Because I've been missing him for years now. So it was more along the lines of, hey, New 52, while they had fans pissed. Boy, no different than, okay, so Lucius Fox's son is Batman? No, I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that because I know you never gonna do nothing with that. Like that. No. I got Batwing and you ain't doing nothing with him. That's a black character You're not doing nothing with him. And now you finna give his other son, you just finna make him Batman. I'm supposed to feel some type of good with it. Well, hold on, you got Signal over here. You got Signal over here. You're not doing anything with him. So I got Batwing, I got Signal. They right there. You're not doing nothing with them. You think I want a Batman? No, I don't. Do something with them two. Do something. Do something with them two. Okay, well, we got Miles over here. Marvel is just stuff extra people in the man. I'm just saying, appreciate that. Come on, you appreciate that. So now I'm looking at Miles. I'm like, okay, well, I got Miles over here. Okay. First of all, low key, I always wanted to be Spider-Man. I never knew about the whole Latino part, but Edwin Mendez, Jose Arroyo, those were my two best friends when I was living in Bronx, New York. I did have a huge crush on this young lady by the name of Catherine Torres. Okay, let's make it do what it do. I'm not opposed to it. Let's run with it. Fine, let's run with it. Okay, well, can we change his name? Oh, Signal got power and they still not doing anything. Right. Can we change his name? Can we change? I don't want to see the comic book where it says Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I don't want to see that. Give me something else. Give me another name. And I know y'all don't want to use it, but it ain't like it ain't been used before. I know. I tossed it in the air. I said, let me see. But I know people gonna feel some type of way. Black Spider. That was too easy. Black Spider. That was too easy. I know. There's nobody gonna like that because that was too obvious. Even though we got Black Lightning. And I don't know why anybody should be offended by Black. I like Anansi. See? Let me keep up. Yeah, New 52 was whack. Why have two of the left of the same timeline? Boy, that killed me. They had both of them because they knew fans wasn't going for the new one. Miles had clones, multiverse, Venomverse, fought the 616 verse. He can now create fighting sword. Let the comics have no. Listen, see, and you follow Miles more than I do. A lot of that sound like Peter stories. I didn't read them. I've read those stories with Peter. You finna give me a Madam Web story line involving all the. I kind of got that with Peter already. So now it's with Miles. Listen, just give me Miles got enough where you could tell me enough original Miles Morales stories. Like I said, from what y'all telling me, that's the direction that they're moving in. I'm happy for that direction. Keep it going. Change his name. Because that's the other thing that's going to be a problem. When you got these heroes, that Sam Wilson being called the Captain America does not move the needle as far as representation. It don't. That don't move the needle. Miles Morales being called Spider-Man, that don't move the needle. It don't. Because when you say them names, Spider-Man, Batman, you're not thinking of the colored superhero first. You're not. It's too late in the game for that. When you drop a Spider-Man cartoon, every time you drop a Spider-Man cartoon right now, it's Peter Parker. Every time you do what? You do a Spider-Man, okay, every time you do a Batman movie, who is it? It's Bruce. You do a Superman movie. That's why I'm like, we're gonna have a black Superman. You better not. For what? Kal-El is gonna always be who he is. Black recluse. Who's that? Arana is Puerto Rican for Spider. I like that. See, we don't even work for Marvel. Change it, just change it. Because watch this. Low key, they don't even, and this is the other point. Low key, they don't even refer to Hal Jordan as the Green Lantern anymore. They don't. He be in costume. Hey, Hal. Why you think that is? Every time we see, hey, Hal, damn that movie, because they've been trying to get a Jon Stewart movie forever. I know why they're not gonna do it. You talking about they got problems having a. First of all, there's nothing wrong with John Stewart. You give me a John Stewart story, and this, like I said, low key is personal for me. First of all, John Stewart is a Marine Corps veteran. He served his country. What? Green Lantern are uniformed cops. Exactly. John Stewart is a Marine Corps veteran. So he left one peacekeeping force and joined another one. Say that one more time. Because even Hal Jordan is not the Green Lantern. He's not. He joined a peacekeeping force. He was given his badge by somebody that died on the job or was killed, KIA. He got his badge. He went to go get training from a whole bunch of other Green Lanterns from a peacekeeping force. That's why I always push back on the John Stewart example. I get the example we're going for. He's not it. There's too many other pale representations out there. Watch this. Folks not going to like this one. By and large, what is James Rose? That's a redundant character. What is it that James Rose can do that Tony Stark can't do? Even in Iron Man 2, what did he tell James Rose? He said, you got a big gun, but you're not the big gun. Like, if you got Iron Man on the team, what you need him for? So he can shoot out rounds? When's the last time you seen James Rose use a repulsor ray? This dude got a Gatling gun on his shoulder. Even when he do this. Well, the man did steal Iron Man's suit. I'm just saying, you don't even see him do nothing that Iron Man do, other than pop his mask up and pop it down. He couldn't even save himself a free fall. I'm just James got military expertise over Tony. He do. He don't ever use it. He do. He a fighter pilot. Or at least that's what Marvel would tell you, the MCU. So you would like to think that he would actually be a better flyer in the Iron Man suit than Tony is. Oh, you're right, Theo. WM never used it, not one time. Rose hasn't had the update of his suit in years. Nope. So you would like to think that's what's going on. No, that's not what that is. He's a pale reflection. I'm sorry. A dark complexion, an inferior of Tony Stark. That literally, and it's been that way for years. Like I don't want y'all like, I don't want y'all act like that. No, that's what that is. But John Stewart, what you finna do with John Stewart? You can't, watch this. Now the same things that low key people reluctant to put the child on the screen. Okay, so let me see if I got this right. John Stewart is a Marine Corps veteran. He's highly decorated. Now, DC has went so far as to say that because of his background as a architect, his constructs are more solid than any other Green Lantern, i.e., they're less likely to break. I didn't write that. DC wrote that. They also said that, now this is DC lore. I'm not making this up. Of course, we can go back to, if you're a DC fan, we could always go back to the Sinestro War. They also said that he is the best sharpshooter out of all the Green Lanterns. Long distance, because we saw him take a bug several galaxies away, like my dog. We saw that. I was stoked. Because I seen that clack, 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 clack. I seen that sniper gun get put together, and he took out a bug. I don't know how many light years away. Didn't like when James got Norman's Iron Patriot armor for maybe a year. It quickly went back. I did not like that at all. From what I remember, it was Norman Osborn's suit. It was. So With that, now they got differences between him and Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan, something they never alluded to with James Rhodes, Hal Jordan is the best flyer out of all the Green Lanterns. Say it one time. He's the best flyer out of all the Green Lanterns. But they've all got their traits, though. They've all got their psychological traits that make them different. Okay, well, and I don't even know how to say this, because both John and Hal got to be the most stubbornest ass Green Lanterns for whatever reason. Because both of them have constructed Green Lantern rings from nothing. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, right now John is it. Hal has constructed his own ring, but John is essentially the battery. Dude, my buddy, somebody tried to run up on him. John, like, they said, man, you need to give us your ring. John, like, bro, I don't have no ring. I gotta bring that to y'all too. Buddy, like, no, bro, John, like, I don't have a ring, bro. I'm it. I am the ring. Well, we've been seeing John do some amazing stuff that ain't got nothing to do with Hal for a long. I was in high school. I was in high school. Gray, he's literally the living embodiment of willpower. It's great. Yeah, dude, John is John. And watch this. John is in this game. That's how long they've been putting respect on John. John is in this game. Hal is in this game. John is in this game. And as I said, if you pick up any comic book right now with Hal Jordan in it, they do not refer to that dude as Green Lantern. They don't. And I can't tell you the last time outside the 52 when him and Bruce first met each other. I can't tell you the last time I've seen Hal Jordan in costume and somebody actually called him Green Lantern. It's Hal. It's Hal. Matter of fact, and I'm not going to make that just about Hal, they don't call none of them Green Lantern. You're the Green Lantern of Sector. And they identify them as, I'm Hal Jordan, Green Lantern of Sector 2814. I'm John Stewart, Green Lantern of Sector 20. But no, they first name. It's first, last name. First, last name. I think the last Green Lantern that I saw get referred to as the Green Lantern, watch this, y'all gonna like this. You're like, damn, Theo. It was Kyle Rayner. During that whole JLA run, when it was him, Superman, Batwoman, I'm gonna say him, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Wally was the Flash, John Jones was a part of that. They had Azrael taking up Hawkman's place because they didn't know what to do with Hawkman. John's been a few different lanterns over the years and a Dark Star. Absolutely. How recent is that game? Have they canceled the Suicide game? Not sure or shoulda. This game is old. This is PlayStation 2. It's PlayStation 2. It's fairly old. It's fairly old. But yeah, so that was, like I said, that was my thing. I was just pushing back on the whole John Stewart thing. It was a debate because I like debating Chillmonger on that particular topic and everything like that. But somebody, like I said, please don't think I don't like Miles Morales. Like, do not think I don't like Miles Morales. Do not think I want the character canceled. That I don't wish the best for the character. No. That is not it. That is not it at all. It never has been that. I just, as y'all alluded to, we just want Miles to be his own guy. And if that's the direction they're headed in, that's the direction that they're headed in. But we're not going to act like they didn't start off the other way. We're not going to act like that. That's what we're about. We don't believe in empty representation. I left a comment about the Green Lantern construct maker. Let me see. How recent? Let me see. Most fans. I thought most of the best Green Lanterns is construct is the manga. I thought most said the best Green Lantern in construct is that manga artist. I could be wrong. Now when you say manga artist, there's a you talking about You talking about Kyle? Kyle is different. Kyle has the most imagination when it comes to I'm like I like Miles more than most in his chat, and it's all good. Yeah, I like Miles more than most in his chat, and it's all. I mean, like I said, I like him. I like him. Like, and I think that's what it is. Like, I don't think any of us dislike Miles. I think we don't want him. Yeah, I think Kyle is in it. Yeah, Kyle has the most imagination because he's an artist. Because he's an artist, he's gonna come up with some constructs that can do some stuff other Green Lanterns ain't even thinking about, because he's an artist. That's the way his mind works. But as far as constructs being the most solid construct, I appreciate that question, because some people don't know that aspect about Kyle Rayner. But John, his constructs are the more solid, and Hal is the best flyer. Kyle is the more artistic, and I think when it comes to Guy Gardner, I think Guy is going to be the one that's more capable of wielding that red Angarang. Probably the best person in a fist fight too. Best physical fighter out of all the four lanterns that we just named. But yeah, John, construct, sniper, and everything like that. But like I said, the police, that's us force. All those lanterns we just named and everything like that, they're not legacy characters. If we want to say somebody was a legacy character, Hal Jordan would have been the legacy character to Alan Scott. Just got in Brett Warren, but I have to say that I had to drop Miles. His solo books keep crossing over. You sound like Be Real. You don't like it when the books do that either. John was also an architect, right? Absolutely, architect, and that's what made his constructs more solid. And that's what the guard, like I said, that's DC lore. I'm not making that up. That is what that is and everything like that. But so yeah, that was the only thing that it'd be no different than if and because we could. It would be no different than if we had Carter Hall, and I would hate for him to have that name, but a Katar Hall, and Carter Hall was from the Thanagarian police force, right? Because that's a police force. We could have a multiple of Thanagarians. I can't really say, and you know what? Let me not use Hawkman. That's a bad example for way too many reasons. Like, I honestly don't know how you gave us the story during you gave us the character during the Golden Age years, him and his wife. They were Egyptian archaeologists from Earth 2. Then you gave us the Silver Age, and they were police officers. Now, this is where I don't know how we got confused on this one. Because what we wanted to say with Earth 2 is that they were reincarnated. Okay. I'm not understanding, because I was always put off by their skin complexion. I was, because we're no tan. So I just never thought that's what would happen, because I was like, all them Egyptians, Africans, we got them. This is what you choose to do. Kind of like that whole Black Adam thing, but that ain't what the story about. So I did not understand how we had the Golden Age Hawkman, Hawkwoman, Hawkgirl. Started off as Hawkgirl. I didn't understand how they were reincarnated. Then you give us the Silver Age. We're not confused with nobody else in the Silver Age. We're not. We got a Flash. We got a Green Lantern. We're not confused. We are not confused. We're not. Green Lantern. We even made it do what it did with Superman. We made it do what it did with Batman. We did. We're not confused. We got Black Canary. Somehow we got that one right. But this story, I don't know how we got that confused. Hawkman is getting trashed over his black woman wife leaving for her. Wait, what? Oh, wait. wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a. Yeah, I'm delaying. Why can't Marvel Comics never give T'Challa a win over Killmonger in the books? The only win he got was in the movie. That's actually not true. I read that somewhere else that T'Challa has never beaten Killmonger in the comic books and without anybody's assistance. And honestly, that's actually not true. That's actually not true. T'Challa has faded Eric once before without anybody's assistance. It was when Eric was reanimated. And I want to say it was Baron Maccabee that reanimated Eric, and T'Challa beat that ass right up. So I get it. I get it. If you ain't read, watch this. Now see, that's when you got to read the comics. Not saying that you haven't and everything like that, but that would be one of the things where you be like, okay, man, just let me go back and just reread the comic because they got Marvel Unlimited. It's $9.99 a month. I can tell you, yeah, T'Challa has beat Eric by himself with no assistance. Yeah, I get it. Now the first time, Eric don't need to be talking because it was a little boy that faded Eric. Little boy don't live. Little boy no longer living right now, but it was a little boy that faded Eric at the very first time. I thought he was reanimated once in the priest run after his ex died. He was reanimated. Like I said, Baron Maccabee brought him back to life. Him and T'Challa got into it, and T'Challa beat his ass. And as a matter of fact, who was it? Malice? No, it wasn't Malice. It wasn't Malice. I want to say it was Madam Slay. Came to see if Chill was in here hating on the Miles. I want to say it was Madam Slay. Yeah, I want to say it was Madam Slay. And Baron Maccabee, used the resurrection altar to bring Eric back to life. Eric thought he was all that in a bag of chips. He tried to run the fade with T'Challa. And no, T'Challa faded him. But Shorty, you asking me a question, dude, and see, this the thing. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. You asked the question. I'm telling you the answer. So what you want at this point? You want to tell me about a story in which he didn't beat Eric, or do you want to know if and when he's ever beat Eric by himself? Now, if the question is whether or not he's ever beat Eric by himself, I'm telling you. I'm telling you the story. So what conversation are we having? I'm just clarifying what I'm saying. Okay, well, this story does not involve aliens. This story involves them in Wakanda. It involves the resurrection altar. It involves Madam Slay. It involves Baron Maccabee. It involves T'Challa. It involves Eric thinking he about that life. It involves T'Challa like, no, you not. And it involves, if I'm not mistaken, Eric had on a damn ring. A ring that was helping him sustain his life essence. And that was real. That was made out of short work. So, and I'll be more than happy to go back and find the story because I know exactly the story that I'm talking about. I don't even think it was in the Black Panther comic book, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it was in an Iron Man comic book. I think it was in Iron. I don't even believe it was in a Black Panther comic book. T'Challa OG Rose Gallery was lit. Yeah, I don't. So I don't even think it was in. I don't think I'm gonna look up Madam Slade's appearances. That's what I'm going to do. And what I will do is I promise to you, because I like being challenged. What I would do is find that story, and whether I'm right or wrong, that's the other thing. Whether I'm right or wrong, I will put it on Twitter. I could be wrong too though. They tried to revive T'Challa's ex. Yeah, that would have been Monica Lynn that they would have been trying to revive. But the storyline that I'm speaking of, it doesn't involve Monica Lynn. It does not. So we probably talking about two different storylines and everything like that. But like I said, what I would do, I promise to do for you is that for myself as well, is find that particular story. Like I said, I know that lady I forgot, I just forgot that lady's name, but I know she was in it. I know Baron Maccabee was in it and everything like that because he reanimated Eric's corpse. So Madam Slate, I know she was in that story. So I'm gonna have fun going back looking at that story and everything like that because it's on the fringes of my memory. So to be able to pull it back in and everything like that. But yeah, T'Challa has whooped Eric's ass one time, and I was surprised by that because I didn't heard what everybody else heard, read what everybody else read. So I was like, okay, all right, I see what it is. But he didn't need nobody help either when Eric was the symbiote. Like I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Like Ta-Nehisi Coates, Eric was the symbiote. T'Challa, I got that. It's me and him over here. I got it. I know it's up there somewhere. T'Challa like, yeah. Do you trust in the soft reboot incoming, or is Kevin Feige getting worried about Gunn? That's a great question. The reboot. I equate it to sports. Okay. Well, we got football fans here, people that watch professional football, National Football League, and everything like that. Okay. The Arizona Cardinals right now being taken seriously. They are. But you have sports franchises that are perennial losers. It don't matter the talent that they bring in. It don't matter the coach that they bring in. You know why? Because the general manager and the owner are still the same. Soft reboot should modern day Marvel 1961 be made a modern day era. So what people are asking me to believe, like my Bears, and the Bears turned around in the 80s, like, and so I'm used to them winning, being decent. So what you're asking, not you specifically, what we're being asked is that the same people that led this company down this hole, because all we did was dismiss people that could take the blame. But Kevin Feige is the one who walked out on stage and said, we're not recasting T'Challa. That's him. Kevin Feige is the one who comes to the stage and tells you the slate of Disney Plus shows and MCU movies that they got coming out. That's him. Now, boardroom, advisory room. If we're believing that he's running these ideas across people, then those people have never told him, no, that's not a good idea. That means nobody told him that the Eternals was a good idea. I'm going to say wasn't a good idea. Nobody said that to him. Nobody said to him that, hey, if you're going to do a She-Hulk show, okay, well, you need to have people that are experienced in writing courtroom comedies. And even if that was the case, he not listening. Even right now, 2023, from Victoria Alonso to articles that are just coming out from Nate Moore and Kevin Feige themselves, they don't care for you to know the comics. That's what the news outlets are saying. You're too much of a nerd. Don't read the comics. Come in with your own ideas. Well, that's what got them that's what got them to this place they're in right now. And have you seen anything, heard anything other than them saying we're going to do a soft reboot that they've learned their damn lesson? There's nothing that they've said or done to make you think that they say, you know what? We now know that we're a comic book inspired movie company. Nothing. No, they're adamant. They haven't changed course. So when you say soft reboot, anybody says soft reboot gets their hopes up and everything like that. I'm like, you're asking me to believe in people that have not said they're going to change their strategy. As far as they're concerned, their playbook is good. As far as they're concerned, watch this. If you're still a fan, you'll like this one. There's nothing wrong with your offense. Your offense is good. You don't need a new offensive coordinator. No, you're good. Meanwhile, your offense is struggling to put up 21 points a game. This is the MCU. I dare say Marvel's comic host of superheroes are way more diverse than DC's, way more flexible. You can do more with their superheroes. That's bad for business. Absolutely. Speaking of Iron Man, his issue 11 came out today, and we got a Blue Marvel name drop acknowledging his intelligence. That's what I'm talking about. I like that. They always be losing. If Marvel's not careful, they're going to end up like Fox. The only difference would be Disney will probably sell them off. Exactly. Now, here's what you now see this. They've already rumored to talk about selling off certain properties from Disney. Marvel, Amazon. What type of movies do you think we would get? Movies, series we would get if Amazon owned Marvel? Just ask the question. They're Manny's Colts until the playoffs come around. And that's a used to be. That's a used to be. They lost the magic just like the House of Mouse since in the beginning. It was about the fans. They had love in their craft. The feature on Iron Man DVD showed that, yeah. But the thing becomes who you're listening to. As I alluded to before, you got some people say, hey, they're not making the movies for the diehard fans. They're making the movies for the casual. Well, if you know enough to tell us that that's what they're doing, you might want to go tell them to rethink that. You might want to tell them to rethink that, because we've been down this road before. What did DC do with their Batman movies after they gave us 2 Michael Keaton movies and a halfway decent Val Kilmer movie? What did you want to do? Well, you stopped wanting to make Batman for the Batman fan. You wanted to make Batman for the kids and the casuals. Okay, well, how did that turn out? Because I went to go see that movie. I think quite a few of us went to go see that movie. None of us liked it. With what they're doing with Invincible, maybe something great. Exactly. This is why I caution the younger fans coming into community to not take Marvel bait and to back off the product. Some, as long as you keep participating, Marvel thinks it's all good. Absolutely. Ronnie, several of these MCU films feel like Fox made them. They do. No matter how you complain, you're still contributing. Marvel is fine with that. Absolutely. And people don't even understand what you be fighting for. Because when we saw recast T'Challa, Moon Knight, Egypt, Black Panther fans, where's Bass? Where's Bass? We ratio the casual and stands. They watch it only once while we make them bucks by going back many times. Did they forget that? Yeah, they did, because they listening to the wrong people. I swear they repeat this every often. Abandoning the core fans never works. So why do they keep making the same mistake? I have no idea. Bass. Okay, Black Panther fans, recast T'Challa, Wakanda Forever, Disney Plus, Marvel. Okay. Moon Knight. Okay. Everybody, and when I say everybody and their mama, I don't know how many YouTube channels I watched where they hinted at the fact that Bass might have been there. Then when Bass didn't show up in Moon Knight, they tried to explain where Bass was. I ain't lying. Y'all watched them same damn YouTubers I did. Y'all watch them same damn YouTubers I did. So I was trying to find out what Bass was. Okay, was she gonna show up in Love and Thunder? Y'all saw them same damn YouTubers I did. Y'all heard the same damn thing I heard. Love and Thunder. And this is a female god. I know sometimes she go back and forth between being a male and a female, but this is a female god. What's going on, Groovy Fee? This is a female god. This is a goddess. She was a goddess in Thor, Love, and Thunder. No mention. No that young lady that put that outfit on, that had the bash, did not show up in Wakanda Forever at all. She didn't show up in Wakanda Forever. She wasn't thought about in Wakanda Forever. Nobody acknowledged her in Wakanda Forever. We don't know if T'Challa is with her in Wakanda. We don't know not a damn. You wouldn't even know Bass was Bass in Wakanda Forever. Nothing. That Okoye series got quietly pulled back slowly, like Homer Simpson sinking into the bushes. You know why I got pulled back a shoulder? Do you know? No, seriously. Do you know why they pulled back that Okoye series? They pulled back that. Now you'll never hear this from them. New Rockstar's Clean House 2. You'll never hear it. New Rockstar's Clean House. You gotta tell me who they let go. Right. But who do you think nobody was? Because the casuals wanted it. The casuals wanted it. Disney campaigned to them. That's who the Okoye series was for. Why you think they didn't make it? Why you think they didn't make that Okoye series? Why you think they slowly stopped talking about Ryan Coogler and Avengers 4 and all the other stuff? And this is why I say people have to be careful what they say. I believe there's power in the word. Because regardless of whether somebody told you or not, regardless of whether you felt it or not, what you did know is that every day, all day, twice on Sunday, regardless of who it was, Recast T'Challa had established a foothold on Twitter. Recast T'Challa had established a strong foothold on Twitter. And it wasn't just a fan base that did not know what they was talking about. No. That's not what that was. That was a fan base that not only was articulate, that fan base is knowledgeable. So that fan base is articulate. That fan base is knowledgeable. That fan base is passionate. And that fan base is growing. Now, for every person that gets educated on what Wakanda really is and who T'Challa really is as a character, that's one less person that's going to watch anything they do. That's one less person. They know it. We know it. That's why it got to a point with me and D where it was like, we're going to do it with education. We're going to do it with education. If I put enough content out here where you see the difference between what you got in the MCU and what's real, I'm not concerned about the ones that don't care. I'm not concerned about the ones that don't care. I'm concerned about the ones that do. The ones who do care, they'll be just like this. Hold on, I ain't know that. So you mean tell me? Yeah. What? Man, hell no. Right. They ain't got to say nothing. Actions speak louder than words. You better not put out no Okoye series and T'Challa ain't in it. You better not do no Black Panther 3 with no damn Tucson. They know it. They don't make no money off that. They know that. They know that. They can keep listening to the people that they've been listening to before, but watch this. They listen to them people tell them that they was going to be good with Black Panther 2. They listened to them same people for over a year tell them they were going to be good with Black Panther 2. Meanwhile, there was a small contingent of people that was telling them, you do that movie, we're going to hurt you. Is recast T'Challa the actual elephant in the room? Is why the reboot of a sequel war? If they do, bring me interdimensional God aliens, the 80s beyond. Here's what they know. Yeah, that's the elephant in the room. That's the elephant in the room, because you didn't want to put this character back on screen, and it had nothing to do with Chadwick Boseman passing. You didn't put this character back on screen for a whole nother reason. You didn't put this character on screen for a lot of reasons. Jon Stewart is having a hard time getting on screen. Because what we finna do then? What we finna do then? Do you know how many people don't know Hal Jordan as Green Lantern? Go back to when the first Justice League cartoon came on. There are a whole bunch of people that don't look like Jon Stewart. That's their Green Lantern. And they have no problem with him as a person, because for at least 4 seasons, they got to see him in a whole ass interracial relationship and still be cool and still be a badass. That's their guy. A Marine Corps veteran, medals. Him, decorated, highly decorated Marine Corps veteran who left the Marine Corps not suffering from PTSD, but started his own business as an architect, and then he can shoot you from light years away? Hell no. You're not gonna be in my house talking about you want to be like Jon Stewart. just like you're not gonna be in my house talking about you want to be like T'Challa. You're not gonna be running around my house with no action figure talking about, ooh, I'm Green Lantern, I'm Jon Stewart. You're not gonna do that. I'm fine with you doing this, and I'm fine with you doing that, but you're not gonna do this him. Hell no. You're not gonna be around here talking about you T'Challa. You're not gonna be around here talking about in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape. And they know damn good and well you're not talking about Hal. That's they do. You talking about beware my power, Green Lanterns, like they know damn good and well you talking about John. Anybody going for that? Anybody going for that? On the kids shop? Yeah. Come on. Gun has that lantern in the works. But IDK, man, listen, it'll be, you saw they, y'all don't think it was odd, strange that all them years that we got John Diggle, whose stepfather's name is Stewart, Colonel Stewart, that's his last name. Y'all didn't find it odd all them years they toyed with the ring. Then they told you about a Max series that never saw the light of day. Had us talking to David Ramsey telling us he didn't know, had no idea, had you watching all them damn Superman shows on the CW, hoping you was going to get the payoff. What did they give you? The same thing they give you over there in Marvel. Well, we gave you animated Miles Morales. They gave you animated Jon Stewart. You're not happy with that? Man, they gave you a whole season of Black Panther. A whole season with T'Challa's Black Panther cartoon. Y'all better take that and be good. Stop asking for live action. It hit different when it's live action. We got to walk out the thing. No. We're going to keep it right there. It's for the kids. We're not going to make this for the adults. No. I got to walk in the movie theater with my son talking about he want to go see Black Panther, Green Lantern. No, I want to go take him to see Spider-Man. It's easy to convince your child it's make-believe when it's cartoon. Damn it, your child see that damn thing live action, your child start having dreams, hopes, and aspirations of doing some stuff. Had Cheryl walking around in hot pants. I almost missed this live. Hey, y'all, what's going on, Grandmaster? What's going on? They really thought making a dumb movie with bad plot holes was going to be, yeah. We saw use a dead black man's court, bro. Yep, great on the kids show. Gun has that lantern. I listen. So they know we over there on Twitter. They ain't never got to say nothing. Grandmaster will tell you, I took the temperature about like, what was it, grandma, about 2.5 months ago, 3 months ago. I said, you don't, ain't something going on? All this attention in the air and everything like that. You remember I asked you that? Because I was like, because it had been a minute where we was putting stuff on Twitter and nobody would say nothing. After a while, here come the trolls. You be like, we've been good over here for like 4 or 5 months. Where this come from? Let me read this. Newsflash, a Black Panther was discovered walking the countryside in Wales recently. No one knows where it came from. Source, Coast to Coast AM. See? I'm sitting up there like, it's something in the water for them to be coming at us like that, because they've been quiet for a minute. I asked her, I said, what's going on? Black Panther video game. Questions about Eve Ewing's run. Stuff started popping up, whether or not an Okoye series was still in the works and everything like that. Then we started hearing news about Avengers 4. And I was like, well, y'all been quiet. That was them taking the temperature. That was them taking the temperature. Would you be interested in an Okoye series? No. T'Challa ain't in it? No. Stop asking. The answer not going to change. Would you be okay with a Ryan Coogler Avengers 4 movie if T'Challa ain't in it? No. No, that answer not going to change. It's recast T'Challa. We don't care who you send. We don't care who get mad. We don't care. Matter of fact, we don't even care if we say recast T'Challa in the stuff that we be doing. You just need to know every time we put something on social media, it's got T'Challa in it. That sentiment ain't changed. No T'Challa, no ticket. Recast T'Challa. Stop asking. You can put out a video game if you want to. Notice how I have these video games here. Notice how I don't sit anything on these video games. You give us a video game without T'Challa, that's going to be the most expensive ass coaster you ever made. Keep that sentimental ass trailer on Coogler away from BP Comics and Movie. Well, you know, I've low-key assured her, giving, like I said, I like to do some reflective thinking. I understand that regardless of how right I feel today, tomorrow I could realize that I was completely wrong. So in doing some reflective thinking about Ryan Coogler being fair, I heard what Victoria Alonso said. I did. She said, the person who you think is responsible for the best solo outing Marvel ever did had absolutely nothing to do with it. As in, that person didn't write it. I said, okay, let me sit back. Because she alluded to everybody think that person is so hot and everything. Because she said one person. She wasn't talking about everybody. I got a comment about Rhodey up top. Okay, let me get back to it. So I said to myself, I said, well, okay, well, that's not the first time that we've heard that the writers don't really have any control. When we did hear how much of a fuss that Chadwick raised about certain elements of the first movie, right? Right, okay. So I said to myself, you know what? Hey, maybe Ryan had absolutely nothing to do with this other than just his name was on it. And if that's what that was, then you know what? I've overreacted. And I apologize for overreacting. Let me see. You say you had a question about Rhodey. Rhodey. I can't believe they said in the Rhodey and Secret Invasion was Civil War Rhodey, but T'Challa would take the writing of him getting jumped by Skrulls. See Wakanda and Die could have been a good show. Anybody see what's going on? What part to wait? Part 2? Yeah, I guess we could say that. You read a comic book though, or the same lie? No, this is a different lie. This is a different lie, Cornelius. 6 scripts means Marvel made them kill off T'Challa. So yeah, Kamoya is on the camera again, but the time is obvious. So I mean, if we say a soft reboot, well, I read soft reboots. We all have. We read Marvel Comics and Public C. So I know what a soft reboot is. But, excuse me, in asking me to entertain a soft reboot, what you're asking me to do is believe in Kevin Feige. And why would you ask me to do that? Like, in asking me to believe in a soft reboot, you're asking me to believe in Nate Moore. You talking about the dude who made a decision in a matter of minutes without consulting anybody, maybe one other person. Why would I do that? You talking about people. You want me to put my trust in people who have some of the most successful IPs in the entertainment industry at their fingertips, and they literally, their sentiment is that they're not going to listen to anybody who knows anything about these IPs. No, on the contrary, their standing statement is they hire people who know little to nothing about the character. They don't want you researching the character because they want you to they want you, who's not a comic book fan. They saying this is not me saying this. They want you as a director, writer, to come to them knowing little to nothing about the character. Don't research the character so you can put your own spin on the character. Well, if the person that knows little to nothing about the character and then is doing no research on the character is putting their own spin on the character, are we supposed to be surprised that what we get isn't the character we read in the comics? And they're not changing that edict. Like that's their standard edict. That's what they want. So if that's what they've said, they haven't backed off of that. They haven't. Which is low-key why I haven't done a video about them doing a soft reboot. What for? The epitome of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Okay, aside from them saying that we're going to bring back Iron Man. Okay, you're going to do the same thing you did before. You finna bring back Steve Rogers. Okay. You finna bring back Natasha Romanoff. Good for you. You still finna do the same damn thing you did with them that ruined it the first place because you ain't learned your damn lesson. So a soft reboot for what? How many reboots have they had in DC and still can't get Hawkman's origin story right? It really is just as simple as pick one. It really is. It really is. Your whole thing was when you tried to make him a Thanagarian police and you tried to keep that whole resurrection thing. Once Silver Age Hawkman and Shiera Hall were established to be from the Thanagarian police force, you should have left that right there just like you did with Hal Jordan's Green Lantern. But no, you wanted to be cute because you like the whole Egyptian aspect of it and everything like that. And then you introduced Infinity Incorporated into the mix and you gave them this dude who's just this, I don't know, Caucasian, I don't know what, as the Scarab. No, that don't work. That don't work. That don't work. That never worked. You tried to overcook the grits. No. That is true. How many times has DC rebooted and still can't get? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. That's straight up big budget fanfic. Let's say it's a hard reboot. I don't think Marvel would divulge that, but years before it happened. The MCU model is disrespectful, proving themselves either incompetent or ignorant. I couldn't take the back and forth line from cast, crew, and ownership trying to gaslight me, Theo. The soft reboot better not. And see, that's the thing. That's why we be right there on social media saying we're not accepting no. And we make it clear. There's nothing against the young man. That young man, I would love to see him play the role of a young T'Challa, not T'Challa Jr. And by now, how old is that movie? Well, they shot the movie in 2021. It's 2023. Bring it back as young T'Challa. Don't say, and see, that's the thing. We can create a space for this young man. Why does he need to play the son of the king of T'Challa when he can play Prince T'Challa? Have his father, T'Chaka, right there. Give me a story where I get to see this young man interact with Shuri, and give me Hunter. I would love the dynamics of that. Give me that young man. Give me Shuri. Give me Hunter. Hunter should be maybe a year or two older than him. Give me that dynamic. Tell me the story of T'Chaka, and watch this. We want to talk about a representation. Give me the story of T'Chaka and Ramunda raising that family. Look at what we got going on here. Shuri is her child by birth. T'Challa is T'Chaka's son by birth. Hunter is their adopted son. Give me that story. Give me that story of when Claw comes in and he takes T'Chaka's life. Show me how that family deals with it. Show me how Sion, because you say you're going to reboot. I'm not taking no reboot seriously, and Sion ain't in it. Because if you tell me that Njobu is part of this damn reboot, then I already know what the hell you got planned. Matter of fact, you might want to give me Sion just so I know you dealing straight up with me. Since that was the F up that let me know right then and there you was throwing me a damn curveball. You might want to introduce Sion into this so I know it's on the up and up. If it ain't Batman, they struggling. They got no choice with that info. They need to get eyeballs on the MCU. I don't even trust James Gunn because his focus is not on the Trinity solo film, which is where it should be. So, which is where it should be. You get the Trinity right, you can get everything right off of that. So that's my take on the situation. Give me that story. Ain't nobody. People love to say, "Well, you don't want the young." Nah, ain't nobody trying to block that young man's hustle. Stop that. Stop that. But why he got to play a bastardized son when he can play a proud prince? Right. So give me that story and everything like that. But no, I don't. People say soft reboot. Well, I'm a comic book fan. That's what I claim. I claim to be a comic book fan. And I know the movies, whether we talking DC or Marvel, are based off the comic books. The comic books are not based off the movies. I don't give a damn what they trying to insinuate. Well, okay, if that's what that is, how many bad comic book movies have I gotten lately? From either company. Okay. But what do they keep telling me they like to do? They don't give two damns about me. You just want to make a comic book movie. You don't give a damn whether I like the comic book movie or not. You just want to make a comic book movie. Well, low-key, I kind of feel like you just stole from me. You're a culture vulture. You don't give two damns about what I like. You just want to make money off of it. You just want to exploit it. That's what it is. You don't care. You keep telling me you don't care. You don't care. You don't want to hire anybody that does care. You don't even want to do your due diligence to research so you can care. You just want to make money. Okay, well, why is anybody talking to me about a reboot? A soft reboot, hard reboot, Teflon Don reboot. Why? Why are you even entertaining a reboot? For them to make money, you got to spend money. You're the consumer. Well, as we've done with Recast T'Challa, it's high time we let it be known, because this is what we used to do back in the day. The actors and actresses, they were there for us. Not the other way around. They were there for us. That's how that was back in the day. Well, some people then got beside themselves. They feel like whatever they offer us, that's good enough. That's what that's supposed to be at the end of the day. Ain't that what the sentiment we got from the cast and crew, as you alluded to, Ashura? I'm not mad at how they got to make their money and everything. You didn't sign the NDA. You got to say certain stuff. That's fine. Don't call me selfish as a fan. Don't insult my intelligence, or, as Ashura alluded to, gaslight me and try and make me feel like I don't give two damns about one of your peers. Now that every last one of them damn actors and actresses owe us a damn apology for that one, because you tried to insinuate that we were selfish. You tried to insinuate that we lack empathy. No, we just weren't stupid, and we weren't bought and paid for. So, no, I'm not covering no soft reboot. I'm not doing no live on no damn soft reboot. I'm not going to do a video committed to no damn reboot. I'm not doing that. The hell for? I don't see DC trying to influence their comments with the movies. Assure the Secret Wars is slated for 2027 at the earliest. They wouldn't announce it early in the game is what I'm saying. All right, I don't want single mother child. Not at all. Yeah, that kid could be a Black Hunter. I'll take it. No, I don't. Not Black Hunter. He gonna be T'Challa. I want to see the European. Watch this. You know why I want to see that play out on film? Because you had no problem showing me that with Different World. You have no problem showing me where I got to go stay with somebody else. Blindside. You have no problem showing me that. Okay, well, I want to see it in reverse. So no, I don't want to see no Black Hunter. I'm not about race swapping, gender swapping, ethnic swapping. I'm not about that. No. You're going to give me Hunter. Kid with black hair, brown eyes. That's what you're going to give me. You're going to give me that right there. That's what I want. That's that. Yeah, that's all they're doing. They putting out feelers to gauge your feelings. And that's why we stay consistent on social media. If it ain't about T'Challa, that's what that is. Also, before you go back and forth, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me this evening. Y'all have no idea. I did want to, make sure the apology was sincere. I hope I did get that point across and everything like that. Stay consistent. You got to go back and forth with no troll. If they can't tell you how many Panthers came after T'Challa, we already know what that is. All that stuff about, well, T'Challa died in the storyline. Okay, well, who else died in that storyline? Because it was more than T'Challa that died in that storyline. Who else died in that storyline, and how many issues was that storyline while you talking? You're going to get, I don't know. And if you know, and if they know they don't know, you want to know why they bumping their gums. But ask the question. That way you ain't got to waste your breath. Say, who else died in that storyline? Okay, you said T'Challa died. Who else died? Don't give them no names. Don't give them no hints. Just say, who else died? Who else died? Who else died? Because there's quite a few other people. Can you tell me somebody else of significance that died in that storyline? Because I got at least 3 other names. If you can't tell me, then you didn't read that storyline. You can't. If you can't tell me the names of the Panthers that came off the T'Challa, then you don't know what the hell you talking about. You just talking. And ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, ask them where that Bashinga run at. Yeah, listen. No, watch this. Ask them who in the hell came before Bashinga. Ask them who in the hell else, who came before Bashinga. Ask them the name of the other female Panther. And watch them look at you like you crazy. What? Yeah. Tell me the name of the other female Panther. And you need to know it's more than 2. But we only got one other name. And watch how they look at you like, yeah. It's at least 2 other female Panthers, and only one of them has been named. So what we got? Just don't even give them the number. How many female Panthers came before Shorty? You know the information. They don't. And if they don't, what we talking to them for? If they don't know the information, we know they don't know the information. Ask them, agreed on that, at least for a soft reboot. So listen, that's my time, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and everything. Y'all show a brother love as always. This is our safe space and everything like this. We rock with each other over here and everything like that. I am going to be bringing you the Blackest Night starting tomorrow. That issue run and everything like that. We're gonna get that out there, and I'm gonna be getting the Avengers. Get us caught up on Avengers. I think we at Avengers issue 1 and everything like that. I just dropped them an article covering the storyline and tell them shut up and read. Anyone viewing the stream season now, you this is why I had to apologize to the dude from earlier, because social media is the damnedest thing. It is. Social media is the damnedest thing. You have people get courage on social media. You have people get brave on social media. You have people that don't mind lying on social media. I'm going to give this brother all the props in the world because he was very, very honest. Black Panther fan. Confused me. So this is refreshing. It's always a pleasure. I don't get to talk comments with anyone I know. Exactly. That's why I said, man, this is our safe space. This is our safe space. So he self-professed Black Panther fan. And if you say you're a Black Panther fan, it's not for me to tell you that you're not. You're not. You're not. It's not. It is for me to expect for you to know certain things. He said he didn't read comics. Damnest thing. He said he didn't read comics. And I didn't even know where to go from that. I was like, okay, well, we got comic book reviews online, so you don't have to read comics. I get that. I understand that. Got comic book reviews, so there's no reason, in essence, for you not to have that knowledge. But he said he didn't read comics. I didn't know that was possible, to be a superhero fan and not read comics. But listen, I'm finna go for real. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and everything like that. I'm gonna come y'all way tomorrow. My phone about to die anyway and everything like that. Listen, click, like, share, subscribe, share the video and everything like that. We stomping like big dogs in the 900. I love each and every last one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank y'all so much for letting me rock with y'all. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.